Not gonna lie.
Not as much as I'm going to be tuned up for May 3rd at WrestleCon, excuse me,
WrestleCon.
Taking place at the 2300 Arena in Philadelphia. Bay,
You better be fucking tuned up.
All right, let's take that fucking gross hat off, first of all.
Oh, man, yo, come on, look at that. Look at that.
Yeah,
That's right there. Champion. How about that?
I don't know. Aren't you in like fucking Nashville or something?
I am, but my heart is always in Philly, my Eagles.
Ugh. All right. Well, this has been fun, Bay. Have a great night.
See you guys.
Oh, shit. Fix it. Is it right? No.
You gotta
I'm
drag
doing it. I'm doing it.
All right. You do it. All right.
All right. I got to answer real quick because I saw you're doing something on
I got it.
and I'm out of the loop. But how is he doing? Is he all right? Is he still having some trouble?
He's just fucking everybody over. It's cool.
Okay.
There was a Maven, former WWE wrestler Maven, wanted to kind of talk to him about all the accusations that have been going around that he's scamming people out of. He's selling his merchandise on social media. He's having people send money to him, and he's never sending the money out. Handsome Kevin on the panel, one of the wizards, he's a victim of this. So
really,
yeah,
yes.
Yeah, he fucked you over.
But then Handsome Kevin also is an independent wrestling manager, and he will be on the same show as PJ in 2 weeks in Minnesota. So to Palaka watches to see if he actually shows up and the hilarity that ensues if he does show up.
Interesting.
We're very.
I want to come back in 2 weeks now. I want to know what happened.
See, we fucking hooked him. Now look, this motherfucker Joel Goodhart last week. He fucking came at me, Bay. He was busting my goddamn balls because I got to work my job. I can't be driving. Look, no one wants to drive to Philadelphia more than me on May 3rd for WrestleCon and TWA one and done. But I got to pay the bills, bro.
Yo, bro, I got to fucking pay the bills too. And I'm flying to fucking Nashville. I'm literally flying up. And May 4th, I got to be at the airport at 5 a.m. to get on a plane for 7 a.m. to get back home and get my ass back to work.
Well, you better be easy at that Holiday Inn event afterwards.
You know.
Bay Ragni joining us.
Side to me.
Bay was on the show a couple months ago, and he was really adamant on getting Joel and Tony Stetson and DC Drake and Larry Winters and Johnny Hotbody all on the banner. And now it's coming to fruition on March 3rd in Philadelphia. How much joy does that bring you?
Honestly, I can't believe it's happening. Something that started out on, it might even have been this show. Like,
yeah, it was.
It probably, because you fucking guys set me off, and I went on a tirade about banners in the arena, and that like turned into a whole campaign that took on a life of its own. And next thing I know, Goodhart calls me up and he says, "Hey, I think we should restart Tri-State Wrestling Alliance. I think you're building something here." I said, "I think you're fucking crazy." And he kept calling me. And after a couple of weeks, he finally pitched the idea of, how about we just do one show and we call it One and Done? And I was like, well, now you have my attention. So we started putting all the pieces together and building it at the same time as working the petition to get to 1,000 signatures. And we got the 1,000 a couple weeks ago. And number 1,000 was Todd Gordon. Todd was like waiting for like 2 months. He called me up. He's like, "I want to be number 1,000. I want to be the one to put it over." I'm like, "All right. Well, when we get close, be on standby." So we were at like 980, and I texted him. I'm like, "Get ready. It's coming. It's coming soon." And it happened that night.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I signed, Bay. I signed. I was assigned.
Yeah, definitely.
What are you looking forward to the most on May 3rd? Is it the actual WrestleCon, or is it some of the TWA matches that will be presented to us?
How about May 4th when it's over and I can just relax, I think, hopefully. No, honestly, like the WrestleCon, doing all these conventions, but this WrestleCon is going to really be emotional Seeing everybody. It could be the last time I see quite a few of these guys or girls um, in person. So these things are always they're like like school reunions. So they're always fun. They're always a blast. But this one is going to be very emotional, and especially the show. The show, the way I've been blessed and honored. Like Joel asked me to be the booker for the show and book the show. So the way I have it booked out, I mean, it's going to be an emotional roller coaster ride, and we're going to have highs and lows and cheers and jeers and a whole lot of tears through this show a couple times. So yeah, it's really going to be. I truly feel the show of the year. I really do.
Now Joel claims that you and him have no idea who Shane Douglas's mystery partner is, and I think that's a bunch of horseshit, Bay.
I'm not going to say a word.
Ah! How do you like that, Joel? Wherever you are, I hope you're listening.
I want to say something so bad, but I shouldn't because he'll call and he'll holler at me.
Don't ruin it for.
No. Believe me, I am not going to ruin. Look, we have the mystery partner surprise, and there's quite a few other surprises that night. Like, if you miss this fucking show, you go look for PJ somewhere. I don't know what to tell you. Like, seriously, this fucking show is going to be the independent wrestling show of the year. Look, if you look at WrestleMania night 1 and 2, this show is going to be better than night 1 and 2 combined. I'm telling you right now. Be there. May 3rd, 2300arena.com. Get your tickets. Don't be a jackass.
That's right.
It's a good slogan. I like it. Get your tickets. Don't be a jackass.
Don't be a jabroni. Be there. May 3rd.
Joel's trying to tell me he's trying to sell me T-shirts last week, but I can't wear it to another TWA show.
Hey, it's all history in the making. Every part of this, including the documentary, which I can't wait for everything to come together with that as well. We'll be filming that day and night for the documentary.
Did we talked a little bit about it with Joel? Did you get a chance to kind of read a little bit of his book?
No, I haven't seen nothing of the book yet.
Yeah, I thought you guys.
It's literally still being. It's finalized. Like the author Scott Seal, he actually reached out to me for a quote for something like 3 weeks ago, and it was get ready to go to the printers.
Do you think Tony Khan's got it out for you guys because he's going to run the night before in Atlantic City?
Okay, okay. Guess what? I can fucking talk about this one. All right, because I got the email from Mike Johnson a week ago. Mike Johnson, PW Insider. Fucking love Mike, and Mike has been a huge help and supporter of this whole TWA reunion and everything. And I'm literally, it was I think last Saturday night, 2 Saturdays ago. I lay in bed. It was like 1 o'clock in the morning, and I get an email from Mike Johnson. Can you push the show back? That was the headline of the fucking thing. I'm like, what is he talking about? I open it. He goes, AEW Ring of Honor is running Atlantic City, May 2nd and 3rd. I was like, you motherfuckers. I'm like, so then I got to tell Joel. And Joel was like, why is everybody so scared of us? I said, I want to do a video. Let me. Can I do a video? Can I talk about it?
Yeah.
And he was like, do it. I was like, oh my God, he's letting me fucking do it. I haven't done it yet because I had to do another video the other day. But I'm going to say it here. What is Tony Khan's fucking issue with Joel Goodhart and the TWA? Because everything I see, like, I don't watch their product, but when I'm seeing a guy sticking nails in his fucking back and all this other hardcore shit they're doing, where did they get it from? Fucking Tri-State Wrestling Alliance. If you go down the fucking evolution of wrestling, it all goes back to TWA. For some reason, I feel Tony Khan, maybe not, because you hear he doesn't know what he's doing with his product and with his shows and everything, but he's running 2 weeks before a pay-per-view in Philly And then the night of the biggest independent wrestling show of the year, he decides he's going to run an hour away. Are you a fucking stunot or what? What are you doing? Why? First off, why are you trying to fuck with history? And why are you trying to fuck with the thing that was the biggest influence in what your product you're gearing towards? It doesn't make sense. He obviously is either jealous of Joel Goodhart, the Tri-State Wrestling Alliance, the history, trying to make. I don't get it. Don't get it. Don't understand it. But big mistake, as always, it seems like, from Tony Khan.
I'm sure you pull a better crowd anyways. I'm sure of it.
Honestly, quite a few people have said that to me.
Yep.
Which look, and in the grand scheme of things, we're one and done. We're not doing any more shows after this. I promise everybody, this is it. This is truly going to happen. That's another thing we should talk about. But I don't want to see AEW fail. I don't want to see Ring of Honor fail. I do want to see it succeed. I want to see, the guys and girls of this locker room or that locker room be successful, make a living, support your family, and put on a great product and give some competition to WWE and let's have some fun. But out of this whole great giant country we have of a 3,000-mile radius or whatever it is, you got to pick an hour away, not even an hour away from. It doesn't make sense. I don't get it.
Scared. He's very scared.
Well, okay. Scared is a good word too, because I've been approached by quite a few people in the last few weeks that are scared that Joel Goodhart is going to repeat history and cancel May 3rd. It's not being canceled. Let me tell you something. So much money has already been spent. It's not being canceled. Deposits have been made. Flair, building, all the airline tickets have been paid for. He actually sent me this afternoon the itineraries and what he paid. The May 3rd is happening. It's going to happen. It's not being canceled. Don't be scared. Go to 2300arena.com and get your tickets before you're left out down the street at Tony Luke's. And you're eating a sandwich wishing you could be inside watching the greatest wrestling event of 2025.
So obviously you alluded that you can't wait for this to be over, and not because you want it to be done, but take us behind the scenes, the responsibilities that you have taken on, Bay, setting this up. What is a day? What is a day in the? Because I know, just trying to get you and Joel and Glenn and Tony Stetson set up on the show. It's taken some time, and it's not because you're PJ Palaccoing us.
I was just on another show a half hour before I came on the show. This is just for like the next 2 weeks. And there's other ones that are being penned in between. Like so many podcasts being booked, thanks to guys like you and other shows that want to talk to all of us and be part of this and help us build this and promote this. But another big reason that I agreed to do this with Joel was he said, we'll do it a year out. It's now, 11 months into this. There's still so much work to do. And all this to build one show one day has been a fucking major undertaking, because there's been, we booked it so far in advance, and then we announced it so far in advance because I wanted to get it out there and jump the gun on people like Tony Khan and anybody else that was going to announce shows for that date. I'm like, let's get it out there. And it's been pushing and pushing and pushing. And then also stuff has come up and stuff fell by the wayside and things didn't happen that we wanted to. So it's been a day in, day out roller coaster. I talked to Joel, I mean, easy 5 times, sometimes 10 times a day on the phone. I've probably been cursed out a half dozen times a day for the last year. I'm constantly being told, you're an asshole. this is all your fault. Like, I just wanted to pay tribute to some guys. That was my plan.
So how do you balance with a show like this, one and done, obviously? How do you balance the nostalgia factor with showcasing young talent on the independent scene?
Great
How
question.
hard is that difficult for you to do, or is it
Great
not
question.
so much?
You know what? And I'll be totally honest. When I first sat down and I presented my initial idea to Joel, what I originally wanted to do was, because it was the Tri-State Wrestling Alliance, and we don't have a Tri-State Wrestling Alliance anymore. We don't have a locker room of modern day talent to choose from. I said, Joel, why don't we do this? Why don't we pick and try to partner with the top federation that's from Delaware, Jersey, and Pennsylvania? Have them give us a championship match. They can book their match. It's their championship. Let them book the match. And then, so this way now we have 3 matches. And then do a 3-way dance to crown a TWA champion. I'm like, that books half the show, and you have modern day young talent in the ring. And then we can mix in the nostalgia and sprinkle it all throughout. So
Well,
as we were trying to do that, people didn't want to play with us. We had a couple, but it just wasn't working out. So then we ixnayed that idea, and we only stuck with 2 local federations. One being ECWA, Ryan Cavanaugh, who has been part of this from day one, and also he's the one behind the documentary on Joel. And Bell to Bell, Missy Sampson, who I've known for 30 years now. And, she was one of the first people I called as well, because let's face it, the women in the wrestling today probably are delivering better matches than the guys 90% of the time, I feel. So I know Missy has an amazing eye and brain for this business. And I wanted to be able to partner with her and have her give us her best 2 girls to showcase. So we luckily now have a bell-to-bell championship match with Gabby Ortiz taking on the Notorious Mimi.
Man, that's awesome. Bay, you talked about some of the headaches, obviously, with you getting cussed out and the itinerary and all the work that you've put into it. And
I get cursed out, but it's all in fun. I get to curse him out back, so we're having fun. We are having fun.
But it's clearly a labor of love. Like, clearly, what has been the thing that you've taken the most joy out of throughout this process?
With this show and any of the shows that I've promoted and booked in the past, the way I do it, like, I literally have it playing in my head, and I can feel what's going to work and what's not going to work, and I'm usually pretty dead on. And the things that I have planned, and the placement and the pops and things that are going to happen, the surprises that are going to happen, I can't wait. I'm like a fucking kid at Christmas. Like, I can't wait to let everybody in on the secret and see what's going to happen.
We are excited for it. And hopefully you guys take the opportunity, if you're in the tri-state area, to get down to the 2300 on May 3rd. You get the WrestleCon in the afternoon, noon to 3:30. You can meet Ric Flair, Tessa Blanchard, Super Crazy. Darius Carter's there, which we love Darius Carter. I think he's like
amazing talent.
One of the best unsigned talents out there right now.
Agreed.
Jesus, Francine's there, Shane Douglas. I mean, if you're an ECW.
There was a new announcement too. I don't know if you guys heard this yet.
I don't know. Is it on your social media, Bay? I'm looking at your Facebook right
it's
now.
Not.
Your Twitter.
It's not.
Fuck,
It's
man?
not. It's not. Just announced the other day.
Mr. Joel.
Yeah, he'll be there too. But how about Tully Blanchard will be in the house now?
That's awesome. That's awesome.
So yeah, Tully will be at WrestleCon. Could it happen where Tully wants to be in the corner to support his daughter, and Baby Doll wants to be in the corner to support her daughter. We don't know. We'll find out May 3rd. But as a parent, I know where I'd want to be. I'd want to be in the corner to support my daughter.
You just couldn't help yourself.
That's right.
I don't know. I don't think Tessa can trust Tully. I see a swerve coming.
You don't wait. You don't trust Tully?
I don't think she could. I don't think she should trust him. Swerve there.
Babe, putting this all together, is there somebody from the TWA family or the ECW family that you really wanted to be there, and for one reason or another they just couldn't make it?
Steve Richards.
Oh yeah.
He just, I went through wrestling school at Richards at the TWA. We became good friends over the years. He's the one that got me in ECW as a Dudley. We called Stevie very early on, and he is at the stage of his life that he doesn't want to take bookings, whether it's for conventions or for matches. He just wants to do his podcast, and that's his contribution to the wrestling world. And I get it. I get it, but I feel this would have been, this was where his whole career began. I think he should be there. He truly should be there.
As a quick aside, before we wrap things up with you, how often, if ever, do you see any of the members of the Dudley family?
Very, very rarely. I saw Devon October, I think it was. I did a signing here at a sports card show in October, and there's a local guy here that books me on his stuff, and Devon was literally booked like the last second, but Devon was there. Flair, Luger, Lawler, the Steiners, but that's the last time I saw Devon. I haven't seen Bubba in like almost 20 years.
Oh, just go on Twitter. He's always on there.
Hey, I know.
I saw you shared, and I think we talked about this last time, but it never gets old. You were a part of ECW 30 years ago, and then here we are. WWE has this A&E LFG show, and they're watching Dudley stuff, and you're still a part of it.
Yeah, that's funny because I don't have this subscription to watch A&E, so I'm like, I saw the first episode. I was like, oh, this is going to be a fun show, but I haven't seen like since the first episode. So last week, a friend of mine, Magic Mike, goes, you were on WWE. I'm like, what are you talking about? And he sent me the screenshots. I was like, oh shit. So now I'm like, I want to see what they did, how it came into play.
I think I haven't watched the show at all, but I know there's one kid that like him and Bully like are just going at each other constantly. Yeah. But I haven't watched the show. I don't know. It's not for me. I guess I don't fucking know what I'm doing. I honestly have I can't even keep track of what the fuck I'm doing with my life. So I'd be lying if I told you why I'm not watching it.
Hey, if you're my age and you're still saying that, because I am.
Well, I mean, you're doing great things though, Bay. Like this is awesome.
It is. It really is.
I'm sure, like at this moment, you can't put into words what it means when you were standing in the 2300 arena when that banner goes up. But I think all the stress, the aggravation, this and that leading up to May 3rd, when you're standing in that arena and that banner goes up, I think that feeling is going to be priceless. And I think Joel and company, the fans, everybody there, I think they owe it to you.
I'll really be getting cursed out then. Look, it's. I mean, I break Joel's balls because when I was in wrestling school, the big thing was in the wrestling business you got to be able to flip. I can't fucking flip. I couldn't flip. So as people like Steve Richards and other people would come in, they would come in, be trained, and 3-4 months later they're getting their first match. And here's fucking Bay still trying to flip for 2.5 fucking years. And Joel would not let me have my match until he brought in Buddy Landell and Paul Orndorff to work with me. And Landell said to him, yo, give him his fucking match. The kid could fucking work. Just give him a match. So lo and behold, I was set to debut, and then Joel pulled the plug on it. But, you know, I break Joel's balls now. I said, the whole fucking meaning of life for you to keep me around and keep pushing me to do it and believing in me wasn't about me being in the ring or a wrestling career. It all comes to 32, 33 years later to do this show. That was the whole reasoning of me and you meeting and coming together, was to be able to put this show on for you.
And our guy, Matthew Birch, he says in the chat, the reason they were showing the students of LFG, Jesus Christ. They were showing the students of LFG each of the coaches' debut matches, so it was shown when Bubba was rewatching his debut in ECW.
That wasn't even his debut, though. That was from November to Remember 95. He debuted a little before that, but that moment is honestly one of my favorite fucking moments, because every time I have gone back over the years and saw that, I just bust up laughing because of referee John Finnegan's face in the background. He's like, he's covering his mouth, shaking his head like, you fucking idiots. And he's trying not to like bust up, but that always just cracked me up.
So I was gonna make WWE didn't want to show his debut match because it was against Rock and Rebel, but his debut match was against Axel Rotten a month before that, November to Remember.
Yeah, there you go.
Bae, this has been awesome. We're so thankful for your friendship and the fact that you come back on the show and that you are doing this amazing thing. May 3rd, WrestleCon is 12 to 3:30. You can meet Ric Flair, Tessa Blanchard, friends of the show, Gabby Ortiz, Darius Carter, the new Backseat Boys are there. Justin
Grayson's,
and
baby.
The Graysons, they're awesome. Super Crazy, Shane Douglas, Francine, Johnny Stetson, Tony Stetson. I'm just fucking pulling names out of here. PC Blake, Glenn the Maniac Osborne, who will be on the show in a couple weeks. It's just, if you were a wrestling fan of the East Coast in the 90s, like this is the place for you. You go down, you get to WrestleCon, you meet all these guys, you get some autographs, then you stay. The 2300 Arena is beautiful, by the way. Now you get some food and drink while you wait, and then boom, TWA one and done at night. It's a no-brainer, you know. And if you're going to be in Philadelphia,
that place was a shithole. It is now like the Sistine Chapel compared to what it was.
That's beautiful. A couple years ago, I went down there for the first time since it was redone, and the people I was with were like, where was I'm like, I can't fucking tell you where anything in, because I don't even believe this is the same building.
I feel the same way. The last few times I've been there, I've literally stood there and I'm like trying to make heads or tails of where things were.
It's beautiful. The place is beautiful. You go in the men's room, they got that beautiful ECW mural on the wall.
They got flushing toilets. I'm happy for that.
Big. That's big.
The water actually fucking runs.
That's huge.
Bae, this has been great.
And they have air conditioning. Jesus Christ, that thing was 130 degrees in there.
The place was gross. It was a fucking shithole, but it was our shithole, and we loved it. We loved it. Bae, we love you. This is great.
Love you guys. Thank you so much. 2300arenas.com. Get those tickets.
Yeah, and we'll be talking
PJ
next
show up too.
Oh, you think he's the Mr. Is he the mystery opponent partner?
Hey, Joel has said he don't know, and Joel also said it's somebody that's not at WrestleCon, so you never know.
Yeah, well, the way PJ is going, he's not anywhere.
Rough. I can't wait to hear this. I got to hear this update in 2 weeks.
Oh, I can't wait.
But again, I hope PJ gets his shit together, man. Come on, it's time.
Yeah, no, we're with you, man. He was really we had a great relationship with him before he started dicking people over. It's unfortunate.
All right, guys. Thank you so much.
Bay,
Thanks
thank
again,
you.
Bay.
We'll
Good
talk
luck with
soon.
everything.
We'll maybe we'll have you back on.
Bird.
Yeah, no, stop with that. God. At least it's not a Phillies hat. The nasty fucking Phillies with the stupid Philadelphia fanatic. It's not even the real thing. It's a made up mascot.
Jeez. Hey,
It's made
hey,
up.
hey,
It's not a thing.
hold
Uh-oh.
that-
He's
hold
getting
that thought.
something.
Come on.
There it is.
Is
Look at that.
Your hat to shit in?
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
fucking rough, guys. Fucking
I
rough.
can't with the Phillies. I'm a Mets fan. I can't with the Phillies. I can't.
Yeah.
Even
My
worse.
Mets hat on. Not
Okay,
this
come on.
fucking chode with his. He just wears hats to wear hat. Fucking handsome.
It's a good hat. Actually, I have a Phillies hat too. There, Bay. It's upstairs.
There you go. Hey,
Use that as your shit hat too.
Thank you, Bay, man. You have a,
All
you have
right,
a great
guys.
night.
Thank you.
Thanks again, Bay.
take care.
Bay, have a great night. Bay Ragni at Bay Ragni on the Twitter machine. That is Chubby Dudley.